At Bruce Sailor on Instagram, aka. Damn, I forgot what I was just saying.
Strip club liaison.
You was at strip club too late last night. Go ahead. Talk TV.
You know we back through the hard way.
What's up?
Stop!
Contact
Your girl at Hot Rocks and Monster.
You know who it is, aka Bruce Sailor, aka Strip Club Liaison.
Ooh. I hope they're paying you. I hope they're paying you handsomely.
Absolutely, because I'm handsome.
Okay. Let's get straight
into it.
That
money though.
I ain't gonna ask how y'all was. We back through the hallway like you said. We're gonna get straight into it. So let's talk about these Kodak Black lyrics. Talking about how he's attracted to Young and May.
Now, if he said it like that, I don't think it would have been as.
I mean, it's rap.
Yeah, how was the actual?
He said something about he want to hit it if offended, rightfully so. You know what I'm saying?
Dre, how you feel about this, Dre?
I mean, if it's clear that she don't want what's between your legs, maybe just shut up. One doesn't feel comfortable with you approaching them in that way or talking about them in that way, just don't do it.
Did she ever say that? I don't think it's never been a case of somebody ever saying something.
I don't feel like you need it's clear.
She has publicly come out on her IG snap and said she felt uncomfortable.
No, now, but I'm saying for her to say,
prior.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
we all know.
Yeah, I'm about to say
you straight walking dyke, talk like a dyke, look like a dyke. It's a dyke. I feel like Kodak Black, he's just a weirdo. We all know he don't really got it. He's very talented as a hip hop artist, but Kodak Black is always doing some wild. He was in the news trying to fight Don Q and A Boogie on his IG live. He's always in the news, and I feel like when people are trending, I feel like Kodak Black is actually very smart. You know, Young and May is one of the hottest rappers in the game, male or female. We all know what her preference is.
He's a young, rich N-word, and he just does these type of things.
N-word. Against it. It's not like it stopped there. He kept making comments.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, he kept making. There was another video of him making more comments after she said she didn't like it.
Oh, that part I didn't see.
I didn't see that.
I seen the original lyrics. And he kept. And what did he say next?
No, he pretty much was just repeating it like I would do what I want with her because you know she's female at the end of the day. But like it's not like he heard that she was uncomfortable and was like, I'm sorry, let me leave it alone. He did not care.
Oh, so now she's a female when she's uncomfortable, but any other time she's a nigga.
No,
I want to know. I want to know.
No, she's always a female, but it doesn't matter about male or female. It's about someone being uncomfortable with what you're saying.
But men don't care if another man's uncomfortable.
If you had a gay man come up to you and start talking to you about who wanting to do things to you, are you not going to feel uncomfortable?
I'm not going to cry on
But you're going to tell them not to do it.
And if he wants to do it, that's on him.
That's the wrong context too. It would have to be a female.
Yeah.
It would have to be the opposite. It would have to be a female dyke saying that Hassan looks sexy.
But no.
But I would be uncomfortable.
He would have to. Oh my God.
It would have to be opposite because you're the hetero one.
Somebody at the end of the day, it don't matter who it is, just someone you're uncomfortable with talking to you about you like that. If you don't want someone to talk to you about that, man, woman, anything else you want to claim you are, then don't let them talk to you like that.
I actually love Young and May. I think she's a really dope artist. I like her whole persona, her lyrics, everything. Never been physically sexually attracted to her. Kodak Black is a weirdo.
Since we're talking about new music, you know we gotta go back talk about one of our old school players.
Who?
Avant.
Who's on this tour?
Kid and Play I seen.
Yeah, it's like a very old school, like we got Vanilla Ice.
Please stop right there.
Yeah. Montel Jordan.
Yo, like
Friday night.
Yo, telling
and
you.
I feel
it's like an old school.
Parties here on the west side.
The only story with him, other than his tour, is that there was reports going around that he had 6 months to live. But with that, there's a little, it's like iffy. Because there was also a report that came out saying that wasn't true. He was in the best shape of his life. He was on a vegan diet. You know, he does have lupus, but he doesn't have a 6 month limit on his life right now. So, and if he does have 6 months to live, he's gonna die on tour.
Damn.
So,
Seriously, that's what I'm saying.
you might as well die doing something you love and on the couch. I mean, I guess he feel like I might as well go out with a bang, literally.
You know, hopefully that it was just somebody trying to get a story, man. We're gonna keep him in our prayers, though.
Yeah, I haven't heard that name in 12 years, but I'm praying for him. But the name we have been hearing in the news, in the hip hop media, Meek Mill, releasing a documentary on Amazon Prime about his whole justice reform, and he's talking about the backstory of him getting charged in 2007 until now, 2019, still be on probation, and talk about the whole journey and, you know, the current state of justice reform.
I can feel like
America.
Eddie Rex and Maya Marys.
Are you
You
excited?
had to get that out your system.
Yeah, I wanted to
Okay.
hop in, but
All right. No, I was gonna let you
Are
get
you
that
excited?
out.
Are you excited to see? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meek Mill? I'm
the trailer?
excited because I've been a Meek Man fan for well over 10 years now.
Dirty Braids.
So I've been, you know what I'm saying? I'll say I'm a YouTube. I look like a YouTube pioneer. I used to watch YouTube when it first came out on the scene, and I remember seeing these videos of just him, the come up. It's rare that you get to see the come up of an artist. I mean, there's footage years before he even got on. I'm talking about almost 5 to 10 years before he got on.
All right, soldier. YouTube pioneer. I seen the trailer.
watching.
I seen the trailer. I actually love the little. It's actually a great premise from his Rags to Riches. That's his story as far as his rap
Yes,
career.
Rags to Riches.
So why
story,
not
yes.
Amazon capitalize on that? I'm surprised Netflix didn't hop on it sooner. Amazon Prime is gonna do numbers. I feel like him popping the Willie was probably the best thing that ever happened to him. If he did not pop that Willie and get locked up, I don't think, you know, he would be on the global scale that he is now. Nicki Minaj boosted him up, but him getting locked up and being on this prison reform thing, that put him on another level. Robert Kraft, Michael Rubens.
Yeah, he's a whole nother level. He goes to jail. They're doing the free Meek Mill, the prison reform. Jay-Z jumps in there. A lot of other prominent figures, and then he gets out. And now he's nationwide. He's on CNN. He's on MSNBC.
Yeah, CNN.
He's on Good Morning America. He's nationwide. He's the forefront.
Global.
He's the face of justice reform in America.
The irony is he's in Connecticut today doing a meeting at Quinnipiac, right?
Yes. Where he goes, he's meeting with politicians. They're doing the whole justice reform thing, talking about it. So it's good.
For me, he's very smart.
Very intelligent. His PR. His team, he got one of the illest teams. Yeah, or Jay-Z, his team, because Jay-Z's a part of his team, which is a very intelligent. To have a mentor like Jay-Z in your corner.
Exactly. A smart man surrounds himself with smarter men.
He's very genius.
Rock Nation, let me sign. Where's the management contract?
If you're a smart person, you're going to surround yourself with people that are even smarter. You got to constantly learn and grow, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah,
Surround yourself with the thinking that outthinks you.
Yeah, never be the smartest person in the room. If you chilling at home with your friends and you the smartest person in the room, get out that room.
Yes, and Meek Mill's smart. He got out of prison. What did he do? Participated in his own rescue.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, Meek Mill getting a key to the state. We can't even get CT artists out here key to anything. They can't even get a key to a club to perform it. Let alone key to the state.
You're right. What I want to know is that when this probation is all over, said and done, will he continue on his prison reform crusade?
I would hope so, because I feel like if he just stopped at this point, like, that's definitely not going to look good for him. And I think it's actually something he's genuine about. It's not something that, oh, well, let me just do this for, you know, for views, for, you know, clout or whatever you call it. Like, this is something he went through. This is something.
No, he's going through. He's still on probation.
Yeah, exactly. He's currently
He's been on probation his whole entire adult life. So it's not something you can just forget.
So it's not something he's doing just to look good. It's something he's doing because it's something that he actually cares about. Yeah. And I don't think that's going to end whether he gets off of probation or not.
Yeah. I mean, the man's 30, I think he's 30 years old now. He's been on probation since he's been 17, 18.
I do think the Amazon documentary is going to highlight, you know, a lot of the injustice that happened on the actual original case.
But going off of that, you know, there was obviously a connection with him and Robert Kraft, and Robert Kraft had that, you know, a case brought up against him, and there was
prostitution solicitation. Yeah. I heard that he's actually going to get off.
Oh yeah, I believe he's one of the richest person on that list. He's
going to get cut a deal.
Now, do you think the deal is he can't deal with Meek Mill or any other rapper?
Yes, the Illuminati, the powers that be said, okay, you're going to get off on this. Stop chilling with these rappers.
Exactly. He's like, that's, I mean, like we already talked about how it was so coincidental. The timing was coincidental. So, I mean, that might be something like, all right, lead them.
I feel like the NFL more than other leagues, as far as NBA and MLB and everything else, they got a lot of old money.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of rich white families that own these from the crafts.
They've owned all these other corporations.
Cowboys.
They just own teams.
Yes, and I feel like they really was like, you know, as we joke around, but I do feel like it was some type of circle that like, oh, you bugging a little too much now, bro. It's not just mysterious that you win your 6th Super Bowl and all of a sudden now you
yes, because they're a little jealous because his money's keep rising, his stock rising, his popularity. I don't even like the Patriots, but he's a smart man. His team is first of all, they're the best team in the NFL.
Definitely over the last decade, 20 years.
And if they go win some more, they're trumping teams, the classic teams like the Cowboys, the Steelers. 49ers. Like
they're a legit dynasty.
Yes, like we're at the point now. The Cowboys don't win the championship next 10 years. We don't even care about them championships y'all won no more. That's how forgetful. Like you said, prison of the moment. Cowboys, we don't know about this. So
like what the Warriors are doing in the NBA.
Yes,
it's even more so. 9 Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? The Golden State hasn't been to like 9 out of the last. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
And we're prison of the moments these days.
I might joke around about it, but powers that be definitely told Robert Kraft to chill out, stop dancing on stage with Cardi B.
Yeah,
you did a little
you got Meek Mill champion chains.
Yeah. Oh yes, Meek Mill gave it.
You're doing a lot of like wild.
And I think he's supposed to be coming out with a joint album with Nipsey.
Woo!
You know that's my guy right there.
That right there.
Nipsey Hussle is my favorite artist, rapper in the game. I feel like he's a life coach. Everything he says, he's a solid individual. From his background.
He's also another person that's doing big things outside of music.
Real businessman.
Yeah, real businessman.
Yes, I think it's going to be a very interesting collabo because Nipsey really preaches about black economics and entrepreneurship.
From Jump Street.
Yes.
From out the gate as an independent artist.
And his story has been about come from the bottom to the top. Meek Mill, similar background, similar story. Now he's starting to talk about more conscious topics. So I feel like it's going to be a great collaboration.
Yeah. So, getting right into it. You know the women are coming for the game. We got a new movie coming out with STX Films called Hustler. Now this is J-Lo, Cardi B, Keke Palmer, Constance Wu, Julia Stiles. Y'all, the list
Julia
goes.
Stiles in it?
Yes,
Keke
the list.
Palmer?
Yes. Remember Julia Stiles?
You think this is a game?
No,
this is how I know she's gonna kill it, right? It's about former strippers who turn on their Wall Street clients. I feel like if it's written like, I feel like it's perfect for her because it's not saying that she's a stripper now, but she's been a stripper. Like she probably knows that mindset that they're going through and all that stuff, and it could help with her scene. Like you know how people immerse themselves into a character. This could really be it for her.
She can really direct. She can be directing these women on some Pretty Woman stuff behind the scenes. Like this is that's not how you was dancing. This is how we used to do
Julia
it.
Stiles been a key white girl in urban movies.
I think this will be dope. I like J-Lo. J-Lo is larger than life. She's been in the game for a long time. I feel like if they produce it correctly, they write it. If the script is dope, they can't lose.
My first viewing of it in the cast, it reminds me of an Ocean's 8 type movie. But not you say the strip club, I can't.
I want to know which angle they're going at. Is this a drama? Is this more of an upbeat action?
It seems actiony.
Comedy.
I mean,
like
when I think about it, it just seemed like some real action, woman empowerment, like running the game. Like you said, it does. I kind of get the Ocean 8 vibe where it's just like we taking over type stuff.
Hearing the cast initially with all the women, I feel like it has to be a get money or some type of thing because the title is called Hustlers.
Yes.
I think it's great. And so with today's climate with the social media, I think they'll market it well. I think they'll make a lot of money. And I hope they didn't. If the budget is good, I feel like they're going to make their money back plus more.
All of those stars, the
because
budget
each of them, because you just did an ensemble cast. So each of them bring their own star power and bring their own fans.
We're going to see what STX does because I just watched a Netflix movie with Ben Affleck.
Yes.
And they put a great cast together.
Ensemble cast again.
Absolutely. So let's see what STX does with it. But have y'all heard about Wendy Williams?
Yeah. Oh, Wendy Williams has been reportedly living in a sober house for her past addiction that she came out and admitted to having. with drug abuse.
She's like a man.
I'm
LT, Lawrence Taylor.
My thing with that is
Rest in peace.
Wendy definitely has a lot to say about people, or has had a lot to say about people with any type of drug abuse, or any type of problem. That's how she made her money, off of stepping on people's necks. Gossiping about people and talking junk about people when she down. So are we supposed to be showing her this same this level of sympathy? Or?
Hell no, we should not spare her public opinion and talk about her, because she, like you said, she's made a career, capitalized on making a career, very successful career, I would say.
Wonderful.
She was in stuff like Thinking Like a Man with Steve Harvey movie, all off kicking people while they down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why not? Let's talk. Let's you know what I'm saying? Let's scrutinize her too. You know what I'm saying? Like she would do, and not just drugs. She talks about people's life, every mistake they make. If they're a celebrity, she's really talking about exploiting it. So, God bless her, but
I hope she gets
this is definitely cheeks on her resume.
I mean, if she's taking the steps, I hope she gets off the drugs. Obviously, I wouldn't wish addiction on anybody, but if people talk junk, I'm really not gonna feel too bad.
Yeah, I don't care. Hope she gets some stuff she doesn't. Whatever. I won't lose no sleep.
Yeah, we can.
I don't care how you
Some news that's in our very own backyard. I'm gonna talk about supermarket sharing. I hope y'all seen it over the weekend. It went viral nationwide very quick. An incident out in East Haven, Connecticut.
Becky.
Where a white woman and a black male got into a confrontation. I believe from what the story said, the receipts were that he was riding around, in the little
handicapped,
little scooter thing. Everybody wants to ride when you was a kid all the time, even though you wasn't handicapped or had anything broken.
She said something that wasn't even directed towards him, and he immediately was like, "Are you talking to me? B word." And then that's when she got aggressive back and started calling him the N word with the hard ER. Exchange and spit was exchanged. Now that's where things got way too far for me.
Yeah, I think I was talking about this week, and he was saying like his grandmother or somebody said one of the worst things you could do was like spit on someone. You spit on the ground.
Yes.
That's probably I think when we led with missed that. She spit at these men or spit on
multiple times.
Yes. And the reason why I don't care, I know we got a report, Jeray, of what her side of the story was, because no variation of the story is going to give you an excuse to use the word racial profanity. You saying the N-word, saying you should take your ass to Whole Foods, not be shopping at ShopRite. You're going to be around some minorities. I don't know what you're doing.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't care what she has to say, because everything that she says is cut off by the fact that you use that word and you spit at people. So they had every right in my mind to knock your head off. And you lucky you got away without doing that.
And when I heard the sound bite, she said it's powerful. The last one, she was like...
She really did. The camera was on. She really did the 1955 Brown versus Board of Education. Segregation just got disbanded. And she was feeling it. Like, why are these black people shopping in this store, yelling it, and the camera's right there in her face, yelling it. She spit, walked away, turned back around, spit again. Luckily, I'm glad that the young gentleman was able to restrain himself, and the lady friend that he had with her was helping him to restrain themselves as well. Even though I know it was hard for him, because it'd have been hard for me too.
It was hard ER. I think the woman's name is Corinne, and she had worked for the school district.
Hampton School District.
Yes, so she immediately...
Clerk in the main office, I believe.
Yes, I think she has someone in high places, maybe a lawyer advised her or whatever, but she immediately took action, and she resigned from her position.
Less than 12 hours later?
Because they were definitely already released a statement saying how they were going to, look into it, investigate it immediately. Mm-hmm. And her reaction was to resign before she got fired, basically. And what made this worse, this happened in front of her 2 young daughters. And now DCF is involved. With making sure that her children aren't in a toxic household. So now on top of losing your job, you have a possibility of losing your children, all because you want to be racist.
People that don't know about Connecticut demographic, New Haven, Southern Connecticut, and a couple other parts of Connecticut like Bridgeport, Hartford, Waterbury, etc., are minority predominantly. And people that don't know more about Connecticut demographic, East Haven has known to be racist, very racist town. The police have always, there was something going on, a Mexican mayor a few years ago. or something Mexican comments. So for her to come out there, I think she knew exactly what she was gonna be reprimanded, and so she took action right away. But
Now,
like Charlamagne said, don't get a day. She's an idiot.
and now the ending. Well, so far right now, she had a welfare check done on her in her home, and she got involuntarily put into the hospital, saying that her mental capacity has declined.
She resigned first before they fired her, which I feel like they should have just fired her. It was not like she had a high position and she was a clerk. She's irreplaceable. I mean, she could get hired somewhere else again, because technically she didn't get fired or resigned because of the work she did at her job. It was something off-site, so she could easily get...
What's a smart move to resign?
But nobody's gonna hire her to work with children.
You're racist. You shouldn't be around kids. Adele, you can't be around anybody because you're racist. We don't need you around anybody.
Somebody, I actually saw somebody who reported that she went to the school that she worked at. She was like, they said that the girl, that woman was always rude and nasty and mean. Like that just shows you're not even keeping it professional in the workplace. Like, you're just openly disgusting.
Yes. And every time we find out, we're gonna air them out and we're gonna cancel them.
Keeping on the topic of racial prejudice, you hear about Just Hilarious on the plane?
Yes.
Yes.
She definitely stereotyped a group of Sikh
Muslim.
Sikh men.
Yeah.
Which is different. She said Muslim, but later it was found that they were Sikh, which I found out was two different religions.
Yes, I have a friend that's Muslim, and he was telling me that this is a common misconception.
Yes.
Just because you follow Islam doesn't mean that you practice all the things that these different, fragments.
But yeah, she was boarding the plane, saw a group of four of them, immediately made a video saying how she didn't feel comfortable, related them to terrorists.
Social media be hanging people.
And obviously what she did is she tried to make it like a joke. She's a self-proclaimed comedian, so but then it escalated when they were actually they had to deboard the plane, and people were obviously attacking her, calling her, prejudice and all this, and saying, how can you be so ignorant when people do that to black people all the time? And her reaction was, well, F y'all. We had to get off the plane. So obviously something I was talking about was right.
Social media, it could be a killer as well. The irony of the situation is social media is where she got her fame from. And, now she made top headlines immediately after she did this racial prejudice. And she immediately cop pleas. And now she's already put out an apology within a few hours.
She's like, oh, well, the people ain't up here. F y'all, I was right about something, and then the next day your whole mood is, well, guys, I'm ignorant, so teach me.
She's copping police. She should have, I don't know, that was just ill-advised. She's a little too old for that. I feel like she was smarter than that, but I guess, I don't put it past anybody to make ignorant statements, because I realize how ignorant people are in this society that we live in now. To make a whole video about it. First of all, there was really no funny angle on it.
Yeah.
You're on a plane, like we live in America, post 9/11. There's nothing funny about saying, oh, Muslim men, I think they're Muslim men, because they have, their job on, and saying, oh, I'm nervous, they're going to take over the plane. The only reason you would feel nervous is you feel like they're terrorists and they're going to take over a plane.
Yeah, she put her foot in her mouth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Even with your name being Hassan Malik. Yeah. If they pulled you over at TSA, that would be straight profiling.
Her man, Country Wayne.
She stole him.
I guess he heard now.
Nothing's ever stolen. It was able to be taken.
Exactly.
You dropped the ball.
Exactly.
Turnover. It's not stolen. It's a turnover.
These women be having more steals than Zion Williamson.